Greetings, everyone. It is the Ash Heriter, and welcome back to Terra Invicta. In the last episode, our benevolent overlords, the Hydra, saw fit in their infinite wisdom to bombard our mission control and seize much of our territory. It's, look. It's, oh. It's him. It's him. It's gotta be him. Xenoform Alpha 15. You know, even amongst the aliens, there are radicals who, you know, do not believe that any of the humans can serve us, right? Not Xenoform Alpha 6. Xenoform Alpha 6 and Xenoform Alpha 3 to some degree. You look at him here. These guys, you know, they want to work with us. They're nice people. They've been among us for a long time. But this guy... Wait, what the hell? There's two of them. Xenoform Alpha 2 and 15. They both showed up. And 5. They're all recently here. And it's much as our glorious leader says. They're afraid. They see us, you know, bombarding each other all over the place. And, you know, they were afraid. So they bombarded us first. And little did they know that we were and we actually wanted to help them. You know, they don't see us as any different. It's much like when normal people look between these two different Hydra, which you can see, you know, we can see obvious different facial characteristics, just very clear differences between each individual among them because we've gotten to know them, just like Xenoform Alpha 6 and Xenoform Alpha 3 have gotten to know us, but not these newcomers. So we need to educate these newcomers that not all humans are bad. And in turn, they'll be nice to us. Isn't that right? Yes, that's definitely what's going to happen. Alright, so for now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the US. We have taken Canada. It is ours. And we're going to work on Mexico next, even though gaining influence in Mexico seems to be incredibly difficult. I wonder if it's the cohesion? Super low cohesion? Maybe that's causing our public approval to be so bad? Or our public approval gain to be so bad? I don't know. I don't really know how all that works. This game has many mysterious qualities and properties and everything. So anyways, we have Xenoform Alpha 5 here. He's doing something in India, which normally I would be overjoyed, but given the recent events, I'm no longer overjoyed when it's a Xenos that isn't Xenoform Alpha 3 or Xenoform Alpha 6. Those two I trust. Not these new ones, though. They need to be shown the way. Anyways, let's get on with this. We may have committed several more orbital atrocities against our own stations when the resistance seized control of them, but really, you know, are they atrocities? No, we're dealing with traitors. This is what happens to traitors. They get blown up into space debris and get to, you know, their corpses get to add to Earth's growing Kessler syndrome problem. Glorious justice. Okay, time will now proceed onward, and we're going to find out... Alright, so we're defending Canada, that's good. We're also defending our holding in the US.
Making things safe for our people.
And in Korea. We control both Koreas, and it's now just the Republic of Korea. Isn't that great? Our turned counselor is assisting in Spain. This is... What? What? Wait. Was this all just a big misunderstanding? Are we still gaining all of the resources from these territories? Like, this is alien administration. But, okay, so there was one comment that cryptically suggested that there may be a way somewhere further down the line where we merge our territories into the alien administration. Meaning, whatever's going on here isn't bad at all. I mean, we already knew it wasn't bad, but I was kind of lamenting the loss of our territory and our gains from that territory. But looking here, we still control all of this territory. This is different. It's its own region. Holy shit. Like, we still have 6 control points here. It must have dropped the overall... Yeah, okay. It still has enough territory and population to be 6 control points, but the individual stats for each control point dropped. You can't look at each control point as being equal. Control points are not equal. 1 China does not equal 6... let's just pick a random country. You know, 6 Surinams, right? The population difference is a little bit more massive than that. Okay, so scratch that. I'm sure we suffered some hits here. I mean, obviously we suffered some hits to mission control because they exploded it. Okay, still only 1% here in Mexico. That is incredibly difficult to build, then. Not really sure how we're going to work with that. I'm hoping somebody leaves part of the U.S. uncontrolled. We're also going to have to get ourselves into the U.S. system. It's going to be very difficult. It's okay, we're still making our attempts towards Greater India.
Where do you need me?
Okay, so Agira here. Agira, you are going to investigate some alien activity.
Where
Rivalry
to?
and Saudi Arabia and the U.S. have ended their rivalry. Okay. And you, what are you going to do? We could potentially steal some orgs from Project Exodus, but I don't need them. I really don't need them. So what we're going to have him do is we're going to have him assist in the
We'll make our appeal.
indoctrination of Mexico.
Ready.
And Jingju, you can also assist in Mexico, if you would.
We'll make our appeal.
Hopefully we're going to get some progress here. So we need to look up in
Offering
orbit,
assistance.
see if the Resistance is building any new stations. Because if they are, we're going to need to explode them. Resistance or humanity first. Right now, there's still not a whole lot I can do about the initiative. Although, I bet there is. Because I have 7 unused mission control points, which is a lot of unused mission control points. And I could build stations. But before I build stations, I want to have some ships ready that can defend the stations. Now, let's actually design ourselves a new ship class, because if the enemies take our stations from within, we need to have a way that we can just take them back easily. We're going to look at another Corvette. We're actually going to keep it with this design here. And we are indeed... Wow, it's almost like it knows what I want to... Okay, there we go. Not quite. Okay, so... I believe... Ooh, we may not actually have it researched just yet. No, we don't. Okay, I still need to unlock it. I was researching the other one, I think. There's 2 different ways... You'll see what I mean. You can probably guess what it is by the fact that I changed it to a troop carrier. Basically, I wanted to build some troop carriers so that I can seize enemy stations. Because I'm assuming most of them aren't going to have Marines on board just yet. Meteor Orbital dock here. How is this thing looking? Is this like a full-fledged... Yes, it is. It is a full-fledged space dock. We can technically be building... No. Hold on. Meteor Orbital dock. This isn't... Okay, this is the one. This is the one that we need. So we have a solar array here, and we can now start building shipyards. This is a space dock. We can build a shipyard as an upgrade. This is going to cost... How much does a shipyard cost? 40 power. We have 39 right now. This upgrade should cost... Yeah, that's going to put us over. So we're gonna build it in space, of course. And then what we're going to do... so we actually have a solar collector there and a social science lab there. We don't want that. What we want instead is 2 marine platoon barracks to defend our stations. We're going to get 2 so that we can defend against 2 potential enemy threats at once. Okay, so that's going to be 10 power total. This is going to be 40, so we're at 50 power. This is going to put it to 90 power. This will put it to 130 power. So then, we're going to need a couple more big ol' solar arrays. Strictly speaking, I think we only need 2 more? Solar array here, solar array here. Not sure if that's actually going to cut it. Two Marine platoon barracks. Man, I wish it like showed the total. I mean, it does here, but this is the current without things being built. So this will be 42, 84, 126, right? And then this thing is going to cost 40. Okay, 120. Yeah, so 130. So technically we're going to need one more solar array. Or we can build two small solar collectors. But we also, I do also kind of want a skunkworks. We're going to get ourselves a skunkworks right here. Okay, we'll build that. We'll build ourselves another solar array right here. And I'm just going to, for the, shits and giggles, we're going to build another one. And, main skunkworks is going to give us... Well, what else will it give us? That I don't know. What else could we put here? Just for fun. Something small, right? Nothing too wild. Honestly, I wouldn't mind, like, another Marine platoon barracks, or we could take, like, a... No, we don't need a lab here. Let's actually take another barracks. Okay, we'll have 3 barracks. That'll make it pretty hard to take out for enemies. Although, well, it's fine. We can always replace it later, because I actually want to build point defense on that. As soon as we can build station-wide point defenses, which we should invest in. So let's actually try and research that, because we need to get our space stations to be able to defend themselves against all of the debris floating around in low Earth orbit, which I have nothing to do with. Like, that is not my fault that all that debris is there. No. It's coincidence. All those explosions. Okay, maximum effort. Increases the amount of resources you can spend to increase the mission success chance. Yeah, that's something we're definitely going to need at some point.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
Increased support for the Illuminated in Mexico. Our public support there has changed by 1% to 3%. God damn, it is slow.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Yeah, like, both of these guys can definitely have more
minds.
success. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Maybe it's just because we're so low that when it's super low, it builds slowly, but I've definitely seen it be very low and build much faster. So I'm not really sure. Okay, we can now undertake the regulatory capture project. Influence cost of direct investment reduced by 25%. Okay. Investigate alien activity complete. Good. We've investigated the aliens in China. I really wish it actually like told us what they were doing. Although, I suppose technically can. Low Earth orbit cleanup. This could be good. Our space mission planners are concerned about the increasing amounts of debris in low Earth orbit. They've taken the initiative, get it? To draw up a few proposals to use our spare near-Earth space capability to deorbit some of the debris. Not only would it alleviate some of the risk faced by our ships and HABs in low Earth orbit, we could very easily portray it as a public service to the world. Let's authorize an extensive campaign. We will pay 50 boost and 5k. That's going to be good. Grants a public opinion boost for the Illuminated around the world. Nice. Nice. What does that put us in Mexico, actually? That's the question. What does that get us? Didn't actually affect anything there. So around the world is a lie, unless somebody's acting against us right now, which would be weird. The Benelux under humanity first. Okay. Whatever. Let's see here. Agita, you're gonna investigate more alien activities. There's alien activity in New Delhi that's concerning. Who is it? Who is doing this?
Acknowledged.
Xenoform Alpha 2. It's one of the new kids on the block. They, he's getting all uppity. Don't trust him. Oh, and we got Xenoform Alpha 3. All right, I'm okay with him. I'm sure he's up to something good for humanity. This new one, Xenoform Alpha 2.
Lending my expertise.
Oh, he's gone now, so I don't trust him. Okay. Slowly but surely, we're recovering.
He is more of a supervillain, but he's still my favorite. He's a survivor. He's uncompromising, and he does whatever he must to achieve what he believes in. Cool helmet, too. Colonel Hans Castillo, text message to his nephew.
Talking about Darth Vader, right? Who knows? Human fascination with magnetism dates back millennia, from the ancient Greeks, where the name is derived, to descriptions in the Sushrata Samhita, where lodestones are used to remove arrows from wounded soldiers. Ooh, that's actually very cool. While we have been able to create magnets, or empower existing ones, it is only now that we are able to actively influence the direction and amplitude of that force. By exerting control on the magnetic force itself, we will be able to control increasingly dangerous reactions and materials. Advances in this field will allow us to pursue several distinct avenues of theoretical energy production and confinement. Alright, given that this is magnets, it's probably like Magneto, not Darth Vader. Anyways, superconducting magnets. Cool. Cool. What does this do? Magnetic force manipulation. Did we research this? What are we doing now? Ah, look at this. Okay. Alright, couple of things. The Space Assault Doctrine, Advanced Marine Assault Units, and Marine Company Barracks. Exciting. Titanic spacecraft? What the fuck? Okay. Let's see here. There's a lot of things. Particle cannons just sound delightful. Like, who doesn't want a particle cannon? But I feel like we should be going towards... What about this? Naval government. Rapid security. Spaceport securities. Framework. Civil defense programs. Appeals to fear messaging. You know what? This actually sounds interesting. Do I know what any of these things do? No, not really. This campaign is, at this point, probably the farthest I've been in any of my, runs in this game. So, more or less, I'm playing blind from this point on, especially with this faction. I have not actually played this faction, aside from in this campaign. That could be good. Some security, arrival security. Take 10,000, so it'll take some time. But I kind of like the idea of it. And we are currently researching Greater India and Council engineering projects for nanotube armor. Sorry, Council engineering projects? No, we're researching nanotube armor and Greater India. Once the Skunk Works is up, we will have a third project. Right, we're at 9% in Mexico. It's still like... we have an army. The Canadian Army. What do we call them? We have all these cool names. Kind of mythological names. But I'm really drawing a blank on what I should name this army. So, give me, you see the names that I've given these up here, okay? Not the Ill Corpse. I don't have a name for that. But something based on Hindu mythology would be really cool for the Ill Corpse. Sorry, the 4th Division. No. The third corpse. Sorry, that's not ILL. Guys, I'm tired, alright? I'm, recording this after a brutal day at work, so I may say some questionable and or dumb things. Forgive me. Alright. Yeah, if you guys have a cool Hindu mythology-themed name for the Indian Third Corps, let me know. And, this Canadian Army in Toronto, which should fall under our control in just a minute. This 4th Division. You get a name for that, too. Doesn't have to be mythologically related. Just, something cool.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Do write it in the comments. Alright. Seriously, only 11? This is going to take a while to get anywhere. Yeah, I really wonder if, the cohesion here is causing this. Like, a super low cohesion, does that prevent ideologies from getting hold? I would imagine that it would actually allow ideologies to get hold much easier. But not sure, honestly. Anyways, investigate alien activity mission complete. Very good. 1 point gained in Pakistan. Oh, really? Right, Xenoform Alpha 2. Okay. I'm not against this. I wanted Pakistan. And Xenoform Alpha 2, you've done me a service. If you were behind the unfortunate incident regarding all of my mission control facilities, I'm willing to forgive you for that. I don't think it was you, though. I see you are one of the ones that actually sees us in a good light. He's a good Xenoform. Xenoform Alpha 2. We're gonna mark him down. This is one we can trust. He really wants what's best for humanity. Alright, so we're gonna take we're actually gonna capitalize on this right now. Mexico, as difficult as it is to get Mexico. Ooh, what do we got here? We're losing our defense on China, so we're gonna need that. We're gonna need to keep our defense on China. That is very important.
Where do you need me?
Right now, we are going to have Alfarius Omegan go and defend China. First course of action.
Securing our interests.
Our next
Ready
course
for
of
my
action.
mission.
Right now, we're going
Where
to
do you need
ignore Mexico for the time being, and we are going to go hard in Pakistan.
Making our case.
Okay?
Ready to
So,
go.
Agira, you're also going
I'm
to
here.
assist. There's no more aliens to investigate,
I will
so
tell our story.
all of you guys are going to go
Where do you
there,
need me?
and let's see here. Jingju, you're going to join in on the fun. Everybody in Pakistan, all hands on deck. We are going
We
to make
must
this
persuade the people.
nation fall to us. It will be ours. Alright. Confirm assignments. See how well this goes. We can go for the cobalt dust radiator.
Unless
which
you
is-
too want to be showered in liquid lead, make damn sure the coolant circuit doesn't break again. Oh, and see to it that these statues of your predecessors are removed. Chairman Soren van Wyk meeting his new chief of engineering.
Okay. Our current solid core fission reactors are reliant upon water and steam to generate electricity, which has proven to be an inherently inefficient design. To address this shortcoming, the next generation of fission systems instead use both liquid fuels and molten metal as the coolant and heat absorber. These reactors are designed to generate or breed a portion of their fuel from a variety of sources, such as natural uranium and thorium, or even recycled radioactive waste and plutonium. The liquid fuel is a solution of these sources and molten salts, which slows the released neutrons of the fission reactions so that they can breed more fuel or sustain the chain reaction. The released energy is captured as heat through a second loop of molten lead as coolant. These reactors have two major benefits. First, they can generate more energy due to the high thermal conductivity of the metal coolant. Second, the lower operating pressures of both the fuel and the coolant make the design safer than high-pressure water-cooled reactors. That's pretty damn cool. So actually, like cooling reactors with liquid lead. I mean, I imagine they could use like mercury for that too, because it's a a liquid metal. A metal that is liquid at room temperature. There's quite a few other metals that are liquid at room temperature. I'm just trying to think of like the how many of them there are and what are the most prevalent. Like lead turns to liquid fairly easily. It's quite a low melting threshold. Anyways, increases the global nuclear fission tech level by 1, buffering the world against energy crises. That's interesting. The following technologies can now be researched: gas core fission systems, and we can get the molten core fission reactor 1. Awesome.
I will help them.
And interest mission.
Securing our control.
I put the right people in the right places, and China is now protected. Advise mission complete from our adversary, who has turned. Okay, agents for the Illuminated have positively identified an alien. Okay, so this is... Who is this one? An alien in China right now. It's Xenoform Alpha 15. We still don't trust him. No. He's an untrustworthy Xenoform. Hey, Xenoform Alpha 6! What's up, my homeboy? He is sitting here in New Delhi. Probably giving some, life advice to outer status here. They're probably having a good old chat. It's, good times had by all. Alright, our Marine platoon barracks are done on the Meteor orbital docks. All of them. Now we just need to wait for the rest of this to complete, and our station will be well defended against enemy incursions.
People will come to our side.
Yeah, what the hell? It's all like super low.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
What? Went up by
We're
1%.
winning their hearts
Okay,
and
here we go.
minds.
3%. Damn. Why is it so bad? Okay, so it clearly has nothing to do with this, because this one's hegemonic. What the hell, 9.9? This one is Pakistan hegemonic. How did that happen? Somebody's clearly been cranking stuff into Unity. Anyways, we can stop worrying about nuclear weapons. We will definitely worry about army with Pakistan. I mean, we're close to there. It's probably not gonna be transferred to us right away. But, there's an alien in Pyongyang. Who is it? It's Xenoform Alpha 5. Okay, alright. Alright. The reason why I'm currently abandoning my efforts in Mexico is because, like, we hadn't really gotten very far yet. And right now, the aliens have just given us an opportunity to, make some headway in Pakistan, which, we're going to exploit.
Standing by.
Okay. Well, Farius, you're going to investigate the
Investigating
aliens
alien
in
site.
the alien
Where to?
territory. These three lads are going to continue their work in Pakistan.
Standing by for orders.
Aristides is going to continue advising in India, because that's basically all he does. Alright, let's see where we get.
Offering support.
Project available, quantum batteries. Interesting. Advise mission. Okay. Yeah, that's our turned operative. Alien detected. What is it? Xenoform Alpha 6. How you doing, pal? He's moved back to his, holdings in China. Alright, we have completed the nanotube armor, so that should be good. Be able to upgrade our ships a little bit. And, what we want to go for next... Ooh, the alien nation. Yeah. Allows us to transfer territory to the alien nation, and then we have their demands. We've updated our intelligence estimate about how the aliens regard our faction. Oh, okay, so... I thought that this was something that was already unlocked, so I checked up here in the intel and saw that there was nothing, which led me to think that that had been bugged, but, no. Turns out we need to research it. And we can also research the alien nation. I feel like we should be doing both of these. We should at least have one of our things devoted to xenology at all times. That is our main campaign goal, after all. So we're gonna work on it.
Sentiment is increasingly with us.
Only 6%. Yeah, I really wonder why it's going so low. Okay, they've cracked down on our holding in Pakistan. That's a problem. I was worried they'd do that, but I didn't really want to waste a defense on one holding. I probably should have, though. Okay, break up Brazil. We might
We've
try that.
moved the needle.
Okay, we're at 9% in Pakistan. We are making some progress.
Public sentiment
Now
is
13.
increasingly
Okay,
with us.
so it does increase. I'm just hoping they aren't going to purge us immediately. We should actually start trying to purge them. So we're going to have Alfarius, because they're not defended
Here's what we found.
holdings. So we're going to try and work on that. And stop investigating the aliens with Alfarius for a moment, as we're going to send him on a crackdown mission. Project Exodus. It must have been them that are trying to crack us down. They must be trying to get a foothold
At your
into
service.
Pakistan as well. Pakistan's actually a fairly powerful nation. Definitely a good one. Like, not a bad starting nation. Like, certainly not a great starting nation, but, like, not the one you want to build around. But it's good, like,
Going after their
kind of
people.
extra one to have. That's gonna help you out. So we're gonna pull a crackdown on the Resistance's other territory, and I think we're just gonna continue on. Right now, I feel like we should quickly. No, we're gonna keep him doing.
Standing
his
by
thing.
for orders.
What we're gonna do instead is we're gonna have
Standing by.
Jingju investigate
Headed
the
there
aliens.
now.
This is gonna increase our xenology research, which is always good.
Lending my expertise.
Ab completes. Chichen Itza base on Mons hold on Camilla. Okay, I actually need to quickly rename all of these. So the Notre Dame base. Oh, look at that. All that is done. The Notre Dame base, sorry. We're going to rename this the Cleopatra mining outposts. Just to keep our outpost names very simple so that if, you know, something happens, I can readily know exactly where something is happening. So this one here, we're going to do the same thing. So this is on Bononia. So the Bononia mining outpost. Still under construction. This one isn't complete yet. We're about to have yet more mining outposts. Hey, look at that. We're actually earning fissiles. We're earning a absolutely abysmal amount of fissiles, but we're no longer in the negative. That is a start. Okay, so we're going to do this one is Merapi. Merapi mining outpost. Wonderful. And about Chichen Itza, as much as I like these names, that they're actually the kind of just the default names that they pick are pretty cool. Camila mining outpost. Yeah. Camila's also a pretty cool name though, so it's all good. Okay. We've got quite a few mining outposts. All ready and completed. So, a couple of things we may want to have a look at is the fact that our Marine platoon barracks are out of power. Well, once we set up a settlement... Oh, shit. Why did I think this was a good idea to build these here? Honestly. Vision pile, I mean, okay. When we get an actual, like, settlement going on there, which we will, we're going to get settlements on Mars just as soon as we can. Can't do it yet. It's... Okay, the enemy already has that. We actually need to research that, like, soon. Thankfully, our skunk works should be active very shortly. Not too long now. Once the skunk works is active,
Cleaning things up.
we're going to have a third research pool to go into. Alright, we can now undertake the end of America. Alright, I'm not sure we're going to do that anymore. I wanted to do that back when America wasn't priority. Damn, our mission control is skyrocketing. What is going on here? How am I getting this much? Like, we were at 38 recently, and now we're at 47. I mean, I know I'm cranking a lot into mission control here in India. I can probably reduce this a little, but let's not.
Crackdown complete.
Alright. Nice. Very good. Repeat the mission. We want to crack down the next point here. We're at 19% approval in Pakistan. Very good. Approval in India is also very good. Got to make sure we keep that. And we also want to make sure that we keep the Himalayan states.
Recon complete.
At this point, because we're going to get Greater India soon. Ah, for fuck's sake! Resistance took it back. Alright, that's fine, because then it won't be cracked down anymore, and we can just crack them down and then take it from them. Yeah, that sucks. Alright. Let's see here.
What's the op?
What is our next course of action? Well, Jingju, you are going to work on Pakistan a little.
Making our case.
Just a bit.
Ready to go.
Alfarius here. Alfarius, you're going to do a crackdown of not that territory, because we already have that one cracked down. We're going to crack down this instead. Are you the best guy for this? Who is potentially better?
I'm here.
Honestly, Jean-Luc the Illuminated
for my
is
mission.
better at doing crackdowns than he is. Okay, so you have a 79% chance instead. Yeah, you do that. 95% chance crackdown. Let's do it. Alfarius, you are instead going to do a purge on the territory that we've already cracked down. That was a 99% chance. That's pretty good.
Ready for orders.
And, I mean, Jingju, he's got terrible espionage. He's also got terrible espionage. Okay. One at a time. One at a time. Let's not get greedy. Let's just work on this as is. How are things going elsewhere in the solar system? Are there any other sites on Mars that we could potentially occupy for ourselves? No. But once we have Marine platoons on Mars, we might actually be able to, you know, launch some attacks on other territories on Mars. It'd be fun. Very fun. Arrows. Any of these? Ooh, we actually have a probe here, and this is not terrible. It's going to upgrade our water a little bit. Actually, it's not that great. No, that is an outer planet. It just looked like it was an asteroid. It is in fact not an asteroid. Any other ones to just quickly scanning around? That one's okay. Let's found an outpost there. Atalante. Cool name as well. I know that there's potentially a quicker way to do that with the colony ships, but I don't have any of that stuff researched. And honestly, I have more important things to research right now. But that is a cool thing that I'm probably going to explore in a next playthrough in Terra Invicta. And yes, I will be doing another playthrough of Terra Invicta. Fear ye not, this did very well on my channel, and I want to make it a staple of the channel, because I do still really enjoy this game, even if it's got some jank to it. You know, most of the games I really enjoy are kind of janky. Atalante Mining Outpost. Let's just name it right now. No, that's Outpost. We don't want any outposts. We want outposts. Alright. Cool. Another territory there. Anything more? Oh, we already have one here. Okay. That one would be okay. This one's okay, but not very many metals. Honestly, I think there's things we need more than that. So, something that we might want to keep in mind is the inner planets. We're going to need to research mission to the inner planets soon enough, or at least the global community is going to have to do it. And once the global community does it, we need to time everything so that we can jump on that and actually seize the inner planets. Like, I want full control over Mercury. I did this in one of my other campaigns where I just seized, like, as soon as Mars became available, I just took the hit to all of the resources that it gave me and seized every single site on Mars. It was hilarious. And from there, like, yeah, it was an absolute nightmare stabilizing my resources, but eventually it worked, and, like, at that point, I control Mars. No one else can even get to Mars at this point, and it was pretty cool. Is it something I advise? No. It was very risky, but it paid off, and I kind of want to do something like that for Mercury. We're not really sure what use Venus is going to have. Like, Venus is
offering assistance.
A pretty difficult planet to do anything with. Ooh, Hydra Direct Support Network project is available. Aliens will transfer significant amounts of space resources to our stockpiles daily. What? Oh, that's fucking cool. Ooh, I like it. Our alien benefactors will aid us. Okay, we can now undertake the end of India. We do not want to do that. Alright, more alien fleets are coming. At this point, I feel less afraid of the alien fleets. I don't think they're going to bombard us anymore. From what I understood, they kind of just drop randomly, and I got a bit of unluck of the draw. Okay, Nanjing. Alien transport is set down in Nanjing. Okay, that's here. That's fine. They're just dropping off more troops into their administration territory, which is fine at this point.
Their control is
Alright, crackdown success, very good. We have a secondary crackdown in Pakistan.
Public opinion.
We're going to take control of this territory soon.
We hold no sway in
Yeah,
their
our
minds.
public campaign failed, but it's going to be fine. Don't worry. We'll get it. Alien detected in Pyongyang. Who is it? That's Xenoform Alpha 6! How you doing, my boy? Hope you're doing well. Alright, resistance fleet detected. Uh-oh. We should probably kill that. Is it one ship? Ooh, they have a station. They have a station, and I don't like it. Okay, we need to build more ships. Right up, we need to build more ships. Let's actually look at our ship classes here. So we have the Novitiate class corvette, which we can actually upgrade. So we have nanotube armor, which let's just look at that in comparison to composite armor. Composite armor is 47.1 tons per nose or tail. Nanotube is significantly lighter, okay. Yeah, I'll take that. And we're gonna upgrade this just a bit. It's gonna slow it down a little. That's actually drastically slowing down our Delta V. It's a bit concerning. We should be able to upgrade the power plant, actually. There we go. And can we put some more propellant tanks on there to move a little bit faster? Yeah, we can do that. We can save our design. This is still going to be a novitiate, but we'll call it the Novitiate 2. All right. Save design. Okay, so we should be able to upgrade our No, that's not what we needed. Let's render that one obsolete right now. And let's look here. So this one we should be able to then upgrade, right? They're in our holdings here. Got 2 of these already. Maybe we should go and send them to hunt. Wait, why are you called this? Oh, we can actually name the ships individually. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. All right, we're gonna need some cool ship names, for sure. You know, cultist ship names. You know, good inspiration. Halo always be a good inspiration for a very religious themed ship name. Same with Warhammer 40,000. So we can get some ship names from there. You know, now that's like a very flagship-esque name. We have the Shadow of Intent, and why don't we get the Sword of Damocles? Just, you know, something very, very generic. But Shadow of Intent is a very cool name. All right, so we have 2 ships here. We could upgrade them. Question is, this interface is a bit janky. Let's be real here. Retrofit a docked ship. So we can retrofit this to a Novitiate 2. Let's do it. And here as well. All right. I only have 1 orbital dock. Then, wait, why? What's going on? What's going on in my station here? Why is this not working? We should have more orbital. Ah, okay. Because that one was upgrading, so that made it go faster. Makes sense. That's fine. We'll upgrade these 2 ships. Once they're upgraded, we're gonna build. Once these things are built, we're gonna actually build a couple more ships, and then we're gonna go ransack the Resistance's orbital facilities. We don't want them building up a navy, and then we're gonna deal with the initiative. We're gonna prevent anybody from having an orbital navy around Earth, which is what the aliens would want. But we need point defense on our stations, otherwise our stations are gonna get wrecked by debris. Nice that we've cleaned up Kessler Syndrome, but I would like Kessler Syndrome to be something that exists that we can then work with by having extensive point defense on our stations and ships so that we can survive the Kessler Syndrome, whereas everybody else is going to be, you know, having some serious problems with it.
Our people have taken control.
Weaponize it, you know. All right, so we have another control point in Pakistan, or we have a control point in Pakistan. We control the aristocracy. It's great. I like that the control points actually have, like, names. I mean, they don't really, like, matter, but it's just cool flavor-wise. Okay. Let's see here. What else? What are we gonna do?
Where to?
Well, Alfarius here.
Standing by for orders.
Alfarius is gonna launch another purge
Removing our enemies.
on the enemies. And
Ready.
Jean-Luc the Illuminated is going to launch a crackdown on the final enemy point here, which we're going to
Going
seize.
after their people.
And right now we're just gonna have to gamble that they're not going to try and take our points back with crackdowns. I hope they don't.
Offering counsel.
Tab complete. We have finished the Skunk Works. Now we're talking. And our next shipyard. And our next shipyard. All right, guys. This is where the fun begins. No new designing classes. Let's actually build, shall we? Ship construction. We have some here. So let's build another Novitiate 2. And build 1 and 1. So we'll have 4 ships. That should feasibly outnumber most of the enemy vessels. I'm slightly concerned about the rather abysmal attack rating on our vessels, but we need to upgrade better weapons. We're going to make an impact there. But these are really just like station hunters, you know, that can defend themselves a little bit. So, speaking of the Skunk Works, we have a new project here that we can undertake. And we definitely want to undertake this project. There's a couple of things that I really, really want. We can go into their demands, which would be good. Okay, let's see here. There's quite a few options. Settlement core would be great. But I need point defense laser turrets. we're going to do that. It's not going to take too long. We're going to immediately devote 2 right there. That should be done really fast.
The people will come to our side.
100% in Pakistan. Good.
Target's got
Crackdown
away.
failure, really? Oh my god, he rolled a 99.
We've moved the needle.
Campaign success. We're still at 22. This could go faster. What are you doing here, Nasser Abulafia?
Our associates are now in charge.
All right, that is 2 points. Lucky strike. Our mining crews at the Europa mining outpost have made an unexpected yet welcome discovery. During a routine excavation, a sudden rockfall exposed previously undetected deposits of valuable materials. A subsequent resurvey of our exogeologists confirmed the findings. These additional reserves will no doubt be able to sustain our operations in the solar system for decades more. We could conduct even more surveys, so this will be a 15% chance of success. The mining of all space resources already present at Europa would increase by 50%, or on failure, it would just increase by the 20%, 25%. No, we're going to try this. It would have been nice if even more resources were present at the site, but it appears the solar system's generosity has its limits. All right, 25% it is. I'll take it. Good. Europa is giving us even more. Europa the asteroid, not Europa the moon. We're not there yet. We'll get there eventually, mind you. I want to do a reenactment of the Europa Report movie.
The light that fills our
Some
skies
unfortunate
connects
astronomers.
the past of distant worlds to our present. It is a time machine and an eternal reminder that Earth is neither the beginning nor the end of existence. Director Khalid Al-Ashgar. Speech at Oxford University.
Cool. Yeah, that's a poetic way to highlight our frail transience in this universe. Even Earth has a beginning and an end, and the universe existed long before Earth and will exist long afterwards. Since the invention of the device known for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation, otherwise known as the laser, in 1960, our scientists have developed many ways to harness the power of light. Now we have reached another milestone in the history of lasers, the first infrared combat laser. This weaponized laser system uses tightly focused, extremely intense infrared light pulses to burn through most known materials. It is only due to the coherence both in space and time of laser light that we are able to bundle it so efficiently. These lasers use solid-state crystal rods to generate ultra-short pulses of infrared light. Though through laser seeding technology, in which we use the smaller laser to charge the larger laser pulse, we can generate reliable infrared pulses with the same power output. Even though our laser systems can be precisely aimed, the infrared light dissipates over long distance, making this weapon most effective in short to medium range combat. Due to the long wavelength of infrared lasers, they are not very effective within our planet's atmosphere. However, our scientists see the potential for new combat laser designs using visible light in our future, which would significantly increase their versatility and would also make them look fucking cool. Infrared we can't see, so basically using an infrared laser in the atmosphere, although you might actually be able to see it just because of the fact that it's burning atmospheric particles. I don't know. I feel like there's theories to support both. If you have an answer, please let me know. Alright, we now control one of the armies in Pakistan. It's good. We'll have it all of Pakistan very soon. We have 2 of the territories right now. Only one remains, which unfortunately we're not able to crack down last time because Jean-Luc dropped the ball. Actually, he dropped all of the balls. He had like a bunch of them, and then he just dropped them all. What a loser. You have a chance to redeem yourself, Jean-Luc the Illuminated.
Ready for my mission.
We should say Jean-Luc the Slightly Dimmed. So he's going to do a crackdown, and we're going to follow it immediately up with Alfarius purging the remnants, which, if it's successful, we don't actually need to spend any
We're
influence.
taking
That's going to be a 99% chance of success. And we're going to continue bidding for some favor. It's going to be necessary. Wait, why is India not defended? Did I, like, drop my defense of India at some point?
Ready to go.
That is dumb. That is dumb, and we need to rectify
Securing
that
our
right now. If any of you were screaming at me in the comments, don't worry, I see things eventually. All right, point defense laser turrets. Awesome. So, we can, this is a module. I believe we can build these on stations. Yeah, right? Or no, this is on ships. I mean, that's also useful. Question is, can we build it on stations? We can get marine assault units so that we can take over enemy stations, which would be very cool. No, we don't want that. Let's see here. We want to look at this, actually. We definitely want some settlements. So it might be beneficial to go for settlements, but for right now we're going to research marine assault units so that we can make troop carriers. And we can take enemy stations.
I will help them.
Protecting our interests.
Alright. Good. Now India's defended. Hopefully this our bid in Pakistan works out. And once it does, that'll be great, because we'll be able to form Greater India. Alright. The alien nation is complete. There is only one path to ascension, and that is our willing submission to the emissaries. This has proven to be a bitter pill for even some of our own to swallow, you know, like me when they blew up my mission control, accustomed as we humans are to organizing and governing ourselves. Attaining a consensus that we must become a glorious new nation with one vision, one purpose, ruled over with all-seeing, all-knowing beneficence by the emissaries was the first and foremost obstacle to its founding. But it is also a vital lesson. While we have, fortunately, now achieved unity of purpose amongst ourselves, this is not a battle we can fight continually. Fortunately, we have now devised a permanent solution, a facility which will enable the emissaries to control the very hearts and minds of those who doubt them. Ah, lovely! We have been assured the emissaries will share with us the fruits of its nation, that they have no need for. Its scientific and space programs will serve us directly. And what do they want? We can transfer territory to the alien nation. Increases our maximum control point by 25. And we have ourselves a new spin-off. Ooh, look at this. Oh, look at this! Look at him. That's probably Xenoform Alpha 6. He's handing some sort of glowing nuclear scroll to this guy. I'm not sure if it's burning through his chest or if he's gripping it and his hands are burning. Whatever, I'm sure he's having a great time as he learns alien enlightenment. The rest of them can only help but look on at the magnificent beauty of Xenoform Alpha 6 as their retinas are burned out by this nuclear scroll. It will be a glorious future, indeed. Onward in the future? Onward to the future? I can't read that. We have completed the prepare the alien nation objective. The alien nation will be something altogether new. Through the emissaries' powers, much of the traps and dangers of human government can be avoided. There is no need for elaborate checks and balances to guard against the risk of officials abusing their power. The emissaries will ensure that the administrators of our own nation will carry out their duties faithfully. Crime and social disturbance can be dealt with without prisons or violence. The nation will be more stable, more peaceful, and more efficient than any in human history. The heart of the alien nation will be the control facility. We now have its design and can begin its construction at any time. Once it has been completed, we can arrange for the emissaries to take up residence there and transfer control of its higher-level functions to them, though much of the administration will still fall to us. Alright. That sounds great. Right, guys? Anyways, their demands. Yeah, let's do that. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy.
They slipped away from us.
What the Twice!
We'll be ready for new orders soon.
Right. Jean-Luc. Failure cannot be tolerated.
Public sentiment
Not like that.
is increasingly with us.
That's gonna mess up our chances of doing Purge. Alright, we've got ourselves another ship. Nice. Oh no, Shadow of Intent has relaunched. Great. Fantastic. We don't need to look at it. The next one will be ready soon enough. And then our other ships will also be ready soon enough. Okay, hopefully our Purge will be successful regardless. Alfarius succeeds, where the Himalayan states have completed a spaceflight program. Nicely done, Nepal and Bhutan. What are you guys gonna do? I don't think you need boosts, so you're gonna work on mission control. And you don't need an army, nor do you need nuclear weapons. Nor do you need military technology. Like, nor do you really need unity at this point. Welfare, it's actually going pretty good there. So let's start bolstering your economy and your knowledge. I think that's what's important. Mission control, actually, fuck it. Mission control can wait. And funding can wait too. Let's just actually really focus on making this a better place to be. We'll defend it as well.
We are in control now.
Yes! Where Jean-Luc the Blind has failed yet again, Alfarius Omegan, our truest disciple, has succeeded. Very good. Humanity first. Fails a purge mission. Okay, they were targeting Mongolia. Those jerks. Alright, so we have full control over Pakistan. That is great. We are going to use this, and especially once we get the situation with India grasp. So speaking of, we should actually... Let's end those rivalries, and let's build those alliances. Shall we? There we go. It's Mongolia as well. Wonderful. Look at that. It's going to take a little bit more time until we can get India as an ally, and then from there we can make a federation of Greater India, and then we can do a unification bid, which will be great. We need to also control Bangladesh, because that's going to fall under the Greater India. We already control Sri Lanka, which is good. Speaking of Sri Lanka, let's actually work on it. We don't need that. How's Unity? It's still polarized, so we need some more work there. Education is not too terrible. Welfare is looking much better, so we're going to work on it like that. That should be fine. And here in Pakistan, so we almost have another military. We'll stop once we get this one going. Mission control. I mean, I think our mission control is good for now. I don't need more boosts. I don't need to do funding right now. I want to just make this nation great. So we are going to work on the military. Unity, like, we're monolithic. We literally don't... we cannot have higher unity. Knowledge. Knowledge definitely can use some work. In fact, knowledge can use a ton of work. So let's upgrade our knowledge. There we go. 43% of our national spending in Pakistan is going to go into knowledge to educate the people better about the glory of our alien overlords.
Your orders?
Okay, so, Alfarius, you are going to defend Pakistan, because that's going to be
interests.
fucking necessary.
At your service.
Jean-Luc the Illuminated, you're going to defend Nepal. And
Ready.
Agira, you're going to defend Sri Lanka. And the reason why I'm doing this, even though these countries
Securing
aren't
our
all that
control.
useful, is because I want to actually hold on to them to form the Greater India, which will be just swell once we get that. Next up, Bangladesh.
Offering
Speaking
support.
of, I totally forgot
Protecting
once
our
we
interests.
unlocked the thing.
Securing
You're
our
not.
interests.
Protecting our interests.
Remembering it now. We need to check out what our unassigned corps was. The Alien Administration Transition Team, which will grant +3. Ooh, build facility, grant alien control, xenophore. What? We can actually do alien activities and abductions? Oh my god. Alfarius, this is going to him. This is going to him. He's been the homeboy behind our actions here. I hope it doesn't require too much command. I feel like some of it's going to require command, but maybe I should actually give this to somebody else. A bit more of a rounded skill set. Honestly, Agira wouldn't be the worst. Could give it to him, but he's been a bit of a turd. Okay, so this is going to grant 3 admins. We can ditch something that grants several admin. 3 admin specifically. That grants 8, for fuck's sake. Jesus. Stake for all? We can ditch stake for all. Alright, we're going to give stake for all to somebody else, though. We're going to give him the alien transition team. Alright. Oh my god. It's so cool. And somebody else needs stake for all. Who's going to get it? Somebody that needs a bit more admin. Everybody, like, has max admin at this point, so we can just take things out that are like this one, for example. We don't need it then. If we ditch this, we can give him stake for all. Because if we give him stake for all, it's going to give him some more science. And he likes science. Although, if we give it to Jingju... Hold on. Where are you at, Jingju? We'll give him some espionage, but he doesn't really use espionage. So, outer status, you're getting stake for all. So we can ditch the Syringa group. I actually wanted to sell it, but, did I sell it? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what I just did there. And it's fine. It's all gonna be okay. Still have 25... Wait, what? Org Marketplace, here we go. Sell it. We cannot transfer or sell this org because outer status would have insufficient administration to manage their other orgs. God damn it. Okay. Right. We're gonna have to do this in an annoying way. Alright, now we can ditch the Syringa group. Okay. We're at 24 out of 23. That ain't right. Right, because that needs to still work, basically. That's fine. Okay, so what we're going to do instead, let's actually just give him an admin. And we'll just get his admin... No, that was a total mistake. Completely unnecessary. What we can do then is remove some of the admin here from some of these. Let's see here. We still have 2 high admin now. We could ditch Morpheus Holdings, or we could ditch the Majestic group. Let's actually ditch the Majestic group. Or... No, let's ditch the Morpheus Holdings. Okay. That should be good, I hope. May have messed that up a little bit. We'll see when the next time comes around. Meanwhile, this oaf needs some more investigation, I guess. And Alfarius Omegan, he's going to get more investigation as well, although we could give him Agitator. It's not bad. It's not bad. Or Connected. It's not very good. Nor is Prosperous. No, we'll give him more investigation. We want him to have that. And, we can actually even give him a bit more stuff here. Is that so? Anything in our assigned orgs? We could give him... Technically, actually, let's just wait until the next, Alright, we finished, Marine Assault Units. I meant to say, let's just wait until the next mission round, then we'll see where everything actually stands. Bit of me just guessing. So we have our Marine Assault Units, which we can put in our, allows the ship to launch assault on HABs, which would be great. And from here, let's research Settlement Core. So we're going to go into the settlement business. Yeah. I think that's going to be important. We have a shit ton of mission control that we should actually do something with. Yeah, we could build up a huge navy, but... Crackdown! Oh, jerks. They're trying to take Bangladesh.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Alright, government favors. In today's world of international intrigue, Alfarius Omegan has found government connections to be a very useful asset. Yet, as the smartly dressed young woman sipping coffee across the table from Alfarius Omegan explains, the United States of America's assistance doesn't come for free. Working for the Illuminated is all well and good, but it would be good for Alfarius to remember his patriotic duties. Alright, yeah, carry out some, undisclosed mission. Smartly dressed young woman is pleased to hear that. After informing Alfarius Omegan to expect contact with further details soon, she finishes her coffee and leaves with a smile. Event unlocked. Government favor. Sabotage capabilities. He should be the good man for the job. Unification. The European Union and Iceland have unified. Good on them, I guess. We'll have to break that up at some point. New project available. Ooh, now we're... Ooh, wait, what? Yes, HAB modules, point defense array. That's the one I wanted. This next thing we're done with, we're doing point defense array. And we can defend our HABs. Prevent any pesky enemies from, you know, they're doing stuff with them. Alright, look at this shit. Xenoform. Leave native alien bioforms scattered throughout this region. In time, they should subjugate native life, render humans more pliable, and eventually grow great herds of fauna that will hinder the human economy. I don't know if we want to do that. Build facility. Construct a research base to support alien operations and transportation, and allow us to transfer them direct control of Earth's nations. Requires at least 15 abductions in the region and costs 500. Okay, so we'll need to do abductions, huh? Gather some humans from a region and study how to improve the alien ability to control them. Well, let's do that. Question is, where are we going to do it? Let's do it in Russia. We'll do some abductions up here.
Acknowledged.
Okay.
Ready for my mission.
Understatus. You're still doing your thing. That's
Ready
good.
for orders.
And Jean-Luc the Blind, you need to go and visit the aliens. You've been losing your way a little bit. So you're going to go observe the aliens do their work for the betterment of your soul. And Agira, I mean, Pakistan still needs to love us, you know.
I will try to sway the public.
We'll have them do that. Oh yeah, let's look at our orgs. Should have done that before. That one's good, so we can actually get some traits here. Let's further build up his command. And Jingju here, he's got an incredibly good command. He actually has an org slot, though he doesn't have an org slot, because he's at his maximum amount of orgs. So what we could do is give him a 2-star org, replace a 1-star org somewhere. That might actually be quite good, though he's got a lot of mission control type of stuff. I would like to, say, give him... I don't want to ditch anything with cogs. Cogs are amazing. And we don't really want to ditch science with him, although he's not doing much advising right now, so we're going to ditch Castle Aerospace, although, hold on. Military, spaceflight, and energy research. I can ditch that. Yeah, let's just sell it. And then what we're going to do instead is give him this. It's going to give us more money, and more importantly, or hold on. Yeah, more importantly, it's going to increase our space mining and our economy. Ventures. Okay, and he even has more points, so let's put another one in command. Alfarius, he's sitting at 24 out of 25. That's great, so we can for sure give him another org of some variety. This one would be good. It's a cog, though it doesn't actually benefit him directly. What about in the marketplace? Is there anything that looks intriguing for us here? The answer is not really. Let's give him something that gives him a little bit more science. That's +2 knowledge and one cog. I wish it actually told you directly what the cogs did and how many we had. There's probably a place to see it, but I don't know where, but we're going to grab this. Because cogs are good, from what I hear. Okay, so aside from that, we are looking fine on the org front. He can still use 2 more admins. So that's actually something we can upgrade him just with, instead of giving him actual, like, admin orgs.
Offering assistance.
Advise mission complete. I am lending my expertise to Brazil. Okay, that's our turned counselor is working in Brazil. Alright, we have our homeboy, Xenoform Alpha 6, is in New Delhi, once again, probably visiting his good pal, Understatus. We've got some filthy Academy Counselor here. Alright, we have a new ship launched, Mark II. This Sword of Damocles has now been launched, so we have 2 of these pals up and running. How are they gonna do? What's like our total combat capability is pretty mediocre, I will say. We only have let's actually merge these 2 fleets together. So this is a combat rating of 23. It's not great. Like, what about the enemies here? Can we see? That's 48. But they also have 3 ships, so it kind of makes sense that they would have more. So that's just India 4. Boy. Can I click on them? So their individual ships seem to have 25. Or, no, that's 2 ships. Right? That's the amount of ships. That's the total combat rating. Okay, so we can take one of their fleets, but right now our fleets are kind of lackluster, to say the least. Now, where is the damn resistance? I know they built a station, but it's not here anymore. Did somebody else blow it up, or did somebody else steal it? It's not possible somebody stole it, and I see the Academy has a lot of stations up here. Could be that the Academy stole it, or maybe the aliens did. Maybe the aliens just blew it up. That'd be nice. See them blowing somebody else up for a change. Okay. Let's see here.
We're winning
Public
their
campaign
hearts and
success.
minds.
We're at 39% chance in Pakistan. That
Public
needs to go a
opinion is
lot
moving
higher. We're
in
at
our
43
direction.
now. The good thing is no one's going to be countering us anymore there, because this is now a lost cause. Critical success. Excellent. We have abducted lots of people in Irkutsk for the good of humanity, of course. I don't know if I should be doing that there. I might need to be doing that in the alien territory. Control point lost. Okay, we've lost our control point in Bangladesh to the resistance, no less. Those jerks. We'll need to take that back. In fact, we should be working on Bangladesh as soon as Pakistan is in working order. So I'm still focusing on India. I'm putting my U.S. ventures on hold for now. We're going to keep our point in... Ooh, hold on here just a second. Humanity First has left
Reporting
a key
in.
point in the U.S. open for the taking. And that...
Your orders?
Jean-Luc the Blind. You need a redemption. You really need redemption. We could take a second point in the U.S. This is a very slim chance of actually succeeding. But I'm willing to Hail Mary this, because it could be
I'm
really
here.
good if we actually pull it off. If we can get a crackdown here. What are your chances? Your chance is just a 0. What about a purge? Just going directly for the purge? It's not going to happen, is it? Technically only 3%. That's, I've seen better.
Orders?
I have definitely seen better. What about if we increase our public sentiment in the U.S. a little bit first? That would increase
Telling
our
our
chances
story.
slightly.
Ready.
And we might be able to get our secondary
Ready for
point. I
order.
was just saying, like, how we're not focusing on the U.S. anymore.
Making our case.
Look at what I'm doing. I know I'm
Ready
going
for
all over the
orders.
place, and I'm sorry about that. But when a territory in the
persuade the
U.S.
people.
leaves itself unguarded, one does not pass that opportunity up. Well, we can go back to, India and its surrounding regions shortly. Under no
Offering counsel.
difficulty there. Wow, that's gone down to 1%. What the fuck? Oh, they defended it. Well, I mean, if he pulls this off, Jean-Luc the Blind will be Jean-Luc the Re-Illuminated. Expected. There's aliens crawling all over China at this point. Just to be expected. Yeah, no, this isn't happening. Alright. Government favors sabotage capabilities. The United States of America has transmitted the details of its mission to Alpharius Omegan. The mission is to directly sabotage the strategic capabilities of India in order to weaken its geologic... What? No. Oh my god. Can we just voluntarily fail? What the hell? Sabotage part of its nuclear deterrent. One nuclear barrage will be removed from India's arsenal. Do that. Right now, my least concern is nuclear barrages, and like 2... Oh, oops, I clicked the button. Alright, well, war readiness. India loses minus... Oh, that's terrible. Oh, Alpharius. Alpharius. I trusted you. It's an inside job, okay? He's being a double agent. Oh, man. Alright, well, we have unlocked settlement core. That's going to be good, so we're going to be able to build actual proper settlements. If we're going to actually build settlements, we, of course, need larger scale things. Yeah. And by larger scale things, I, of course, mean settlement mining complexes. There's not really any point to building a settlement if you don't build a settlement mining complex along with it.
The people will come to our side.
Yeah.
We've moved the needle.
In that, I don't think this is going to succeed. Although we
moved the
got that to
needle.
13% right there. That was pretty wild. Okay, look at that. We have a new novitiate class. 2 more, actually. We now have 4 ships in orbit. That's pretty wild. Let's merge the fleets. Alright, Umbra 8s. 4 ships. We're currently sitting at 47 attack power, but we need to bolster that and get some more ships. So let's actually look at Umbra 8, and we might want to take a look at actually upgrading the weapons on this thing. Things, plural. Though, let's quickly look at our ship classes, the Novitiate 2s. Can we upgrade the weapons on them? Does the weapons need to be of the same class? No, I don't think that's going to actually happen. This is not going to do very much here. This should then be an invalid refit, right? Yeah. That means we're stuck with that. So, yeah, with these solid slug guns, not very useful overall, but it's fine. These aren't our main warships, so we should actually build a new ship class. Let's just have it be a gunship. Did we have it be a gunship, or do we want it... No, let's have it be an escort. How do we want it to look? Do we want the cooler looking escort? Yeah, I think so. Looks more high-tech. Looks more fancy. And I think having it be an interdictor is probably the correct course of action, and we're going to name it something else. As an escort, this will be a true gunship. So a true war vessel. And we are going to make sure that it's got missiles. Do we want missiles or do we want torpedoes? These torpedoes do a shit ton of damage. Focus fire and defense. Whereas the torpedoes are pure focus fire. So this is a pure attack ship. So this is actually more of a... This is going to be more of an attack bomber, actually. And then here, under the utility modules... Oh, shit, no. Okay, so we want torpedoes, then. 1 torpedo launcher and 1-point defense laser turret. Going to allow it to defend itself and to mount a pretty effective attack capability. We're not going to put marine assault units in this ship. That's not its purpose. We are definitely going to put electronic countermeasures on it. That's going to further benefit its defense against missiles, so it'll be quite difficult to take out. And we could use a heavy water sink. Be good, though heavy water sinks are, well, heavy. But liquid hydrogen containment, which will actually increase the rust. But let's take a look at some radiators. We got a titanium radiator or an aluminum fin radiator. Let's actually do the aluminum fin radiator, because I can afford it. Noble metals. 48 gigajoules, but it costs 120 tons. I honestly feel like the saltwater battery is the better option here. Power plant, we of course want that. And then the drive. I mean, Vasimir, right? Or Ponderomotive. Ponderomotive is, I think, gonna ultimately... It's got more efficiency. Let's have it be a Ponderomotive. And then we need some propellant tanks going. Okay, look at that. It's actually... That's not bad. This is not bad. It's gonna need some armor. Of course. This is a warship. Our first proper warship. We don't need rear armor. If we're getting attacked from behind, it's probably done anyways. But definitely some nose armor. 7 or 8 nose armor, I think, should be good. We can even get another 2 propellant tanks. Yeah, I mean, this looks like a pretty effective, for now, warship. The question is, it's a 20% chance to cause missiles to detonate early with no effect. This can shoot down oncoming projectiles. I'm assuming that includes missiles. Maybe not, actually. Fire modes, focus fire. Yeah, I mean... Do we want the torpedoes, or do we want to put something else on this thing, actually? Like, missiles maybe are going to be better, because this is very much about focus fire, having a slightly more well-rounded ship, although the torpedoes just deal an unreasonable amount of damage. Like, that's 107.3. I wish it showed a little bit more. Magazine 6. Okay, here we go. This has magazine 12. Reload cost is... I mean, I can afford that. Both of them. Either one, actually. Targeting range 1,000 kilometers. This is targeting range 1,000 kilometers. These torpedoes have a delta V of 7.7 and an acceleration of 2.5. The missiles are... Okay, they're acceleration is faster, but ultimately their speed is a little bit slower. These are way less slow. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go with the torpedoes. That should be good. Okay, we're not gonna call this a novitiate. What shall we call this instead? Let's see here. Something cultish, for sure. Been a bit more, you know, militant, right? Not necessarily militant. It could be something a bit more, defensive as well. So maybe a, oh no, it's not really a defensive ship, is it? It's got defensive capabilities, but really it's an attack ship. We'll just call it a disciple. Of copying some of the Advent ship names from Sins of the Solar Empire, which, you know, you can never really go wrong with Advent ship names. Other question here. Could we potentially... Do we want more jets? More engines? More thrusters, I should say? Maybe. Maybe. If we add more propellant tanks, it's going to slow us down. Right now, our Delta V is pretty okay. Let's just leave it as is. Alright, we have a Disciple. Disciple attack bomber. Look at that. We're going to want to build a few of these. Disciple-class escorts. We've got 3 empty docks. So, let's build ourselves 3 of them. They'll each take 68 days to complete. And that'll be fine. Now, let's move on. By the way, I should also research the construction module. It basically speeds up construction processes, if I recall correctly. We can actually look at that in just a second. I want to quickly see. Let's look at change project here and check. Where is it, guys? Thought it was here. We might not have access. No, here. Yeah, construction module. Accelerates the construction of Tier 1 HAB modules at this HAB and allows founding additional platforms and outposts in the... Oh, okay. Allows the founding of additional platforms and outposts in this planetary/asteroidal system. That's interesting. Okay, we're not going to do that now, but that's interesting. Okay, this doesn't do what I thought it did. It's not going to speed up ship design. So we've got all these ships here. They're just floating around. We could blow up some stuff. I don't think we're ready to take on the Initiative's fleet yet. But there's other things we could do. And also, we should have a troop carrier ready to go. So let's actually design one more ship class, which will be a Corvette. We're going to make it look like that, just to keep it slightly different. And this is going to be a troop carrier, because we have the capacity to do that. So we'll get 2 Marine Assault units, or should we get... No, we'll get 1 Marine Assault unit and an electronics... No, we'll get this thing. Radiators, we can, of course, afford that. Batteries, we want to go with the saltwater batteries for now. Power plant is all good, and we will go again with the ponderomotive drive, because it's pretty good. 6 and 6, that should be good. We get 7 propellants here. Armor-wise, we don't need to armor it quite as much. I want to have some armor, though, just a little. And as for hull weapons, we're going to give it a point defense laser. And nose weapon-wise, 10-inch cannon. I mean, we give it a little bit of DACA, right? Not its main function. It's not a warship, but it can bring new enemies into battle. We will be calling this the Cenobite. Glorious. Nice. Looking good.
We lost their trail.
Crackdown in America failed, yeah. Unsurprisingly. They unfortunately defended it before I could work on anything there. Okay, so Pakistan here, we can stop... Yeah, we already did stop with the building new armies. In fact, it has the maximum amount of armies. Pakistan has 4 armies right now, which is pretty good. So actually building up the military tech, let's focus a little bit more on it. We want a bit more militech there. We can undertake the light infrared laser cannon project. Always interesting. How much farther? We're halfway towards Greater India. It's still a lot of work before we get there, but we'll get there. Fear not. We will. Okay. Jean-Luc the Blind, you, again, need to go observe the aliens for a
Standing
while
by.
for your own good.
Reporting in.
And we're going to go back to Pakistan, unless something else has opened up in the U.S. Quickly have a look. Nope. All right, back to Pakistan it is. You are going to... Actually, you're going to advise. I think you're going to do more good advising with your economy. You know, his science isn't terrible
Lending my
either,
expertise.
so that should be
Reporting
good. You...
Reporting in.
We can't build facilities anywhere, right? We can only build it here, or here, or here. Can we build it other places? We can, actually. So, this is going to cost 500. Requires at least 15 abductions in the region. See, I don't know if this actually, like, works. Not. Does this transfer the aliens? I don't know if this is actually working.
On my
Let's
way.
just see what happens if I do it right
Ready.
now. Are there more places to investigate? Wow, there's actually a lot of alien activity to investigate, so let's do that. Let's just increase our xenology.
Offering
We
assistance.
must observe them. Not to learn how to defeat them, but, you know, just to learn from them. And, yeah. We've deployed the first army in Seoul. Okay, new army. Korea, that's good. We need more in Korea right now. I think we can technically afford one more army, so we may as well go for that. Keep building up mission control, keep building up that. Our unity is okay, but it's going down. Our welfare needs to continue going down. Yeah, just Korea in general, we're not really like focusing too hard on anything specific there. All right. Investigate alien activity mission complete. Great. We should
Facility
get
is
another one
ready.
done pretty soon. Okay, we have constructed a safe facility for aliens in Chongqing in the alien nation. We may now use the Grand Alien Control mission here if we own all control points in this nation. Okay, yeah, alright. So that's what we technically... But we don't want to do that. Not yet. We've just built an alien base here. Does it show up? Yeah, here it is. No, that's a space defense complex. Yeah, I don't want to just, like, give this up yet. That is the alien structure. Ooh. Aliens are moving in and out of some kind of fortified facility in this region. Very cool. Alien life forms. Got these alien tripod things. They look pretty cool. Those are the tanks they have. More alien life forms. Alien life forms growing all over the place. I'm sure it's a happy, fun time. Nuclear tests. Hungary has completed a nuclear test. That's concerning. Army under illuminated control. Excellent. Alright, so we need to reestablish our control points on Canada and the Republic of Korea. So we're going to need 2 counselors
Where
on
to?
that right now. So, yeah, you're going to do that right now.
Securing our control.
And Jean-Luc the Blind
Ready to
is
go.
going to defend Canada. We're going to
Acknowledged.
keep Canada.
Acknowledged.
It's not the worst nation in the world. How's it looking? It's got 4.2 militech. It's got 1 army. Like, if the U.S. invades us, we lose. Not much to be done there. In fact, there's no real point in investing in it anymore. I also don't really know if I want to invest in mission control. Rather, we might just use Canada as like a funding nation. I don't want to do spoils, because ultimately we're trying to make the world a better place, right? Doing spoils is not going to accomplish that. Reduce that a little bit. Reduce our military. Education is already super good, so we don't need to invest too much more in that. I'll keep 1 pip in it. And, of course, economy can increase. We'll put 1 pip into welfare as well, just to prevent the rich from getting too rich. Oops, hold on. Agira, what are you going to do? You're going to investigate the aliens. Agua. Very good.
Sounds like you want to use a space eater to push a spaceship. That can't be terribly strong. So I hope it's bloody cheap. Chairman Soren van Wyk, comments to Cape Chemicals technology team.
Truly traveling among the stars has been an unreachable fantasy for mankind for many decades. However, with the invention of high-power electromagnets and superconductors and the advent of new concepts for deep space propulsion, this dream draws ever closer to reality. Our researchers have finally made good upon one of these concepts, electrothermal propulsion. This rocket design offers faster and more powerful thrust than any conventional combustion system. By using electromagnetic fields to generate an energetic plasma, we can significantly increase the temperature of the bulk propellant. The propellant turns into hot gas, which is in turn ejected from a craft's nozzle to create thrust. All our current designs use medium-weight molecules, but our scientists believe that by changing the propellant to lighter gases such as hydrogen or helium, we can ultimately increase the change of these rockets even further. These expected high-energy electrothermal propulsion systems would allow us to extend our reach deeper into the solar system. Nice.
I will help them.
Missile tests. India's new ballistic missiles are ready for testing. The new missiles promise greater intercontinental strike capability, with the same technology being useful for India's space program. Once successfully tested, they will be a potent addition to India's armed forces. Of course, rival nations such as the European Union will see this as a provocative move. So, we could cancel the tests, or we could proceed with the tests. Give us 0.1 extra militech level, which I think we need, and we'll invest more into space launch and space flight. Yeah, let's do that.
Securing our interests.
We'll do some missile tests.
Protecting our interests.
Offering support.
Still on permanent assignment in Pakistan right now. Look at that. Numbers are going up. I like to see it. Okay. What you doing down there? Xenoform Alpha 5? I'm sure it's nothing. Must be nothing. Yeah, I've learned some useful information from my investigation of alien activity in Nicaragua. We will receive a small bonus to our xenology research going forward. Can we make an alliance with the alien nations like India, for example? That would be great. Let's see if we can. Stop it! Alright, let's look here. Oh yeah, we totally can. Good. New alliance. Fantastic. And we should definitely do the same with Nepal. And Sri Lanka. All of the nations we care about need to become aligned with the alien nation. All of that is important. You can also ally with China and Canada. Are you also allied with China and Canada? Are we missing anything here? India, even. Wow, really? The Himalayan states wasn't allied with India. Well, let's fix that. Pakistan? What about you? India, China, yes please. Confirm. And, of course, with the aliens, we want to make alliances. We want the aliens to be our friends. And Korea here, with Canada, and the alien nation. Fantastic. I believe I still technically control Mali. Can we give this to the alien nation? No, not like this, right? I think we need a special thing. I still control this territory, even though, like, I'm doing almost nothing with it. We're doing spoils. We are getting money out of it, so right now I can afford it, so I may as well keep it. Okay. Let's get our assignments going here. So, we can do some... You can have a secondary... Oh, wow, look at this. Grant alien control. How do I do that? Doesn't seem to let me do it. Oh, okay, you need to build a facility before. Okay, so building it in that territory didn't really accomplish anything, but if we were to, say, build one here, we could then transfer this territory to them. Cool. Under our control to the alien administration. Alright, alright. Well, I mean, what might be interesting is doing this in Africa. So, let's have Mali be an experiment. So, let's have Alfarius here. Alfarius, you are going to, can you just straight up build a facility in Mali already? I think you still need some work here. Yeah, he's not able to do that, because there needs to be abductions. So if we do abductions here... Abductions, sorry. Do that.
Where do you
and
need
you're going
me?
to do that for a little while, and we're going to see exactly how this works.
Standing by.
This is a new mechanic. I'm interested to see how, like, logically functions. Okay, we should actually defend our holding
Making
in the US.
things
We don't
safe
wanna
for
lose
our
that.
people.
And
Your orders?
Agira here. Agira is going to public campaigning in Pakistan.
We must persuade the people.
All right,
Offering counsel.
we're gonna do
Securing
one
our
more round of
control.
missions.
Offering assistance.
After this one, nice. We have our settlement mining complex activated. That's great. From here, we can do some other research that is going to be useful to us. So let's see here. Ground events are less likely to occur at our mines. This sounds very useful, the in situ resource utilization. Lucky strike events are more likely to occur and allows the construction of the following ship components, which is ISRU. What was this? Allows ships to repropellant at unimproved hab sites that produce raw materials used in the ship's propellants. Ships that use anything as a propellant may repropellant at any site. That's kind of cool. It probably costs one of those slots, so not something that you need, but I want this purely so that we don't get the drying up mines, because that's a very annoying event, because then your mines just kind of die, and there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's fine, there's like 1 million asteroids out there, but it sucks when a really good asteroid suddenly just dries up, and then, you know, that's it. Done. Okay, so Vesta here is a great little moon. Planetoid, sorry, it's not a moon. It's a planetoid. Dwarf planet, even. Where the fuck is my site? There it is. So this is a good one to upgrade into a settlement. So we're going to do that. It's going to take 40 days only. This is not all that long. And once it upgrades... It's going to cost more power, right? Or no? Actually not. Once that upgrades, we can then upgrade these two. Because right now we can't upgrade the fission pile or the mining complex. So we're going to do that one. Another one that we're going to want to look at is our outposts on Ceres. Both of them, actually. Going to be crucial. We're going to upgrade both of these. They'll both take 40 days. Okay. We're going to take up some mission control, but that's fine. We got plenty. And then our 2 Martian outposts, we're going to do the same thing on. Get a settlement core there. And on our next one, get another settlement core. And with these 5, I think should be the start. Right now, we're going to just leave the asteroids as outposts. I don't think it warrants sending people up to actually colonize the asteroids completely. Although Phobos might be an exception. Phobos we get a lot of volatiles from. Like, that is a crap load of volatiles. But ultimately, I don't know if the rest of that is necessary. How is Deimos compared to Phobos? Okay, not as good. 3 bases. Okay, they have docks out here, actually. I should probably build some sort of, like, fleet. We found, like, an orbital in low Mars orbit or something, or an inclined low Mars orbit. About 5,000 kilometers or something. Though, ooh, that's gonna... No, don't do it yet. We're just gonna upgrade our bases with point defense. Once we can. So, let's speed up time.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
48% in Pakistan. I want to get a little bit higher, and then I'll feel comfortable. War. The Eurasian Union has declared war on Iran. That's concerning. That's kind of close by. We've gathered some human test subjects in Bamako for study. Good. Do it again. I wish you could see how many abductions have occurred in a place. I don't think you can readily see that. New rivalry. Nothing that concerns me, basically. Okay, our final round of assignments. So,
At your service.
for the most part, this is just going to be the same. What we're going to do here is we're going to send Jean-Luc the Illuminated to also
We must persuade the people.
persuade Pakistan. And from there, I think we should be done in Pakistan, and we can focus
I will
on
help them.
Bangladesh. The next nation to fall in line. Okay, regime change in the Benelux. Humanity First has been overthrown by the initiative. You know, my enemies may fight each other. That is perfectly
Moved
fine.
the needle.
Public campaign mission success. Okay, we're at 42 or 52 in Pakistan.
The people will come
And
to our side.
54, that's good. I think that's basically enough. And Xenoform Alpha 5 has come to tour Pakistan. You know, no doubt impressed by our efforts. Alright, we have completed in-situ resource utilization. That's going to be great. And from there, I think we want to go for... yeah, what do we want to go for? I mean, a lot of things... So, how's contraband scanners? No, not very useful. Although, not terrible. Quantum batteries? I believe somebody wrote a comment that I should do quantum batteries. We look at like the molten salt batteries just to check. 80 tons, 80 gigajoules. Quantum batteries, 80 tons for 80 gigajoules. Sorry, the salt batteries are these are 35 tons for 21 gigajoules. Yeah, I don't know. So the molten salt, yeah. Quantum batteries seem like they're pretty good. We should also check out like cobalt dust radiators. Let me know what I should get there. I'm not going to do it immediately. Let me know what radiators I should do. Because we got options from the nanotube filament radiators and the cobalt dust radiators, which have a very low chance of being destroyed. 200 tons per gigawatt waste heat. Waste heat. And heat sinks. Okay, these are like the heat sinks, which we don't really need, or maybe we do, right? I just don't know. I think we're good on drives right now, unless we wanted to go like Mass Driver or something, but Mass Driver doesn't have very good KPS, so seems useless. Getting an increased reactor, so we could go for the solid fission reactor 4, maybe? Although we're about to get the molten fission reactor. So let's actually look here at the power here. So the molten fission reactor is 3 tons per gigawatt. This is 12 tons per gigawatt, maximum power output of 60 gigawatts. This is higher efficiency, and I imagine as we... Why would this be better, actually? You seem really tiny. Let's actually get some... Yeah, the point defense array. That's what we need. Okay, doing more abductions in Mali. Solar streamers. Was that steamers? Not sure. Alright, and that's going to be all for today, guys. So, we have made some progress. We have taken Pakistan. We have not progressed further into the US, unfortunately. But we have Pakistan. We have a fleet in orbit now. And the aliens are looking at us with a lot more friendly intent. And I believe we are actually, you know, getting along pretty well with them. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this, you know, transition to the alien administration goes. It'll be interesting. Anyways, leave it a like if you have enjoyed this episode. My apologies for the delay. I am working a very physically demanding full-time job, so I am, most of the time, when I'm not working, exhausted, which doesn't lend well to recording very often. So, yeah, my apologies if you're, you know, familiar with my channel and, you know, are more used to me putting out, like, 4 to 5 videos a week. I apologize that it's been dropping down to, like, 2 to 3. But this is temporary. I don't plan on sticking with this job for very long. It's also kind of, like, destroying me on a physical level. It's brutal. But, hey, you know, money's money. Anyways, leave it a like if you've enjoyed it. And leave comments if you want ships named something, if you want any of these armies that aren't already named to be named something interesting, or, you know, anything else. You know the drill. Alright, guys. I'll catch you all later. Ash Heritor out.